So as I contemplated what I would talk about today, I asked the question, what do I know? What do I know? And what I came up with is that the only thing I know is that I'm aware. That's it. I'm aware that I'm speaking to you, whoever you are. I'm aware that thoughts are moving through my body and out of my body through my words. I'm aware that I have sensations happening in my body. I'm aware that I'm in a certain posture. I am aware. That's the only thing that I know. But what I also know is that as I am aware, I know there must be something greater than me, more than me. And so I ask the question, what is it? I'm not asking what is the question, what is God? Because I'm not going to use the word God because we've got so many different meanings that are out there for it. I don't want to use that word because I don't want to bring up those old ideas. So for my purpose of talking with you, I'm calling it. What is it? And the best that I can come up with is that it is the power behind creation. It is what creates all things. That's a pretty big step, isn't it? But when you realize, well, I'm aware and I'm talking with you and you're aware of what I'm saying, so there's got to be something behind my awareness and your awareness. I call that it. But what is it besides the power behind all creation? Well, if it is all that there is, it is infinite. Meaning that there is no place that it is not. And here's the key thing. There can only be one infinite. There is never more. Just by definition, there is only one infinite. And if it is all there is, then it is all-knowing. All wisdom is within it. All wisdom that could possibly ever exist is already within it. So it is infinite and it is all-knowing. And if that is true, then it is all-powerful. It has created everything out of it through its wisdom. There's no power to go against it. It is the only power. And if I know that, then I know that because it's infinite, it has always been. Because what would have created it other than it? So there's never been a moment where it didn't exist. The demonstration of how it exists might be different, but it has always been. It's eternal. And from my human mind, that's a difficult thing to understand because I tend to have a finite perspective. But yet it has always been. There's no point before it, and there's no point after it. Because it will always be. It does not die. It is eternal. That's one of the things I love about the teaching, is that we believe in the eternality, the immortality, and the continuity of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. And we can say that because of our belief on what it is. It's infinite, It always will be, was, it's all powerful, and it's all wise. It created everything out of itself. Let's take it a step further. It is the seen and it is the unseen. Realizing that what we see is a sense, what our sense of sight is feeding our mind. But it is more than that. It's more than what we see. It's what we don't see as well. And we can go further with that and say it is the known, and it is the unknown, and it is the unknowable. You see, from a human perspective, from our individual mind perception, all we know is the known. And what we're trying to discover through our lives is the unknown. But in the human mind, my belief, there is the unknowable, because it's impossible to know infinite from a finite perspective of the mind that I am using to talk with you, the mind that I use to think, the mind that you use to think. It's impossible to know the unknowable. No idea of what that is. So then when we look at it, it only exists in the eternal now. In it, there is no time and space. Time and space is only there when there is matter, but it is beyond matter. And so it exists in the eternal now. There is no past, there is no future. It's just now. Here's the big thing. If you break down all of what it is so far, it logically follows that it created everything out of itself. So everything is made of it. My mind and its mind are the same mind. My body is its body. My thoughts are its thoughts. Think about that. It created everything out of it. Self. That means it is you. It is me. It is everything. It is life. Everything. So if there is a heaven and hell, it is both of them. If there is a good and a bad, it is both of them. If there is an up or a down, it is both of them. If there's a hot and cold, it is both of them. It exists everywhere now. When you look at it from this perspective, we realize that it is the underlying truth behind everything, and it is the only thing that is real. The only way I know to get a glimpse of it is through meditation. To be still, to quiet the mind, to calm the body, and for just that brief moment, know the I am. It. And realize that if it is perfect, it doesn't make mistakes. So when it created you perfect. Your uniqueness is it expressing itself. Fill yourself with gratitude for who you are, because it's how you were created and how you were meant to experience this life. You are it. individualized. But you are not all of it. It is so much more than we could ever imagine. Remember, you are the gift. You are the present. Be it now.